July 2008, Comic-Con, Hall H. Disney unleashes 2 minutes of test footage. Not a trailer, not a polished preview, but raw proof of concept, created by a commercial director who had never made a feature film. The audience erupts. The reaction is so intense that sound engineers return to Comic-Con 2010 to capture the chants and use them as crowd noise in the film itself. This grainy, cell phone-recorded moment convinced Disney to greenlight a $170 million sequel to a 28-year-old movie that had bombed at the box office. Tron Legacy is a film that succeeded by failing on Disney's terms, then failed by succeeding on its own. Disney invested massive resources into creating not just a movie, but a transmedia empire. Grammy-nominated soundtrack, video games, animated series, theme park attractions, one of the most elaborate marketing campaigns in studio history. The film's $409.9 million global box office made it simultaneously profitable enough to spawn a franchise and disappointing enough to get its sequel canceled. It was literally designed to launch a universe. Instead, it launched a cult following. How does the studio pour unprecedented creative ambition into a property, achieve profitability, build lasting cultural cachet, and still decide the franchise is too risky to continue? 2007. Joseph Kosinski walks into producer Sean Bailey's office with a pitch to remake Tron in a post-Matrix world. Kosinski is a commercial director. Halo 3, Nike, Apple. He has never made a feature film. Disney's reaction? Skepticism. Kosinski makes an audacious demand. Give me some money and let me do a small test and see what you think. Disney agrees. Kosinski creates a 3-minute proof of concept that demonstrates the look, the tone, maybe a hint of the narrative of a movie that didn't exist yet. The gamble pays off spectacularly at Comic-Con 2008. The surprise TR2N footage goes viral online. Disney greenlights the project. Sean Bailey, the producer who championed the film, is appointed president of Walt Disney Studios in January 2010 before the film even premieres. The production faces a monumental challenge, creating a fully believable digital world while de-aging Jeff Bridges by 25 years to play CLU, Flynn's corrupted program duplicate. 67 days of principal photography in Vancouver, most sequences shot in 3D. 10 companies handle the visual effects. The effects team spends 2 years replacing a body double's head with a CGI version of Bridges' likeness from 1984. Despite the technical achievement, the results fall into the uncanny valley. CLU looks plastic, lifeless, eerily artificial. Bridges himself later admits, "I thought I looked more like Bill Maher than myself." Yet this imperfection may have inadvertently served the story. As one viewer notes, "I think it's effective because he actually was artificial." The visual discomfort reinforces CLU's status as a corrupted, soulless duplicate, an unintentional artistic success born from technological limitation. Disney's campaign is unprecedented, a multi-year, multi-platform assault on popular culture. The Flynn Lives ARG creates an elaborate alternate reality game with auxiliary websites, archived emails, and worldwide scavenger hunts. Tron Tuesdays unveil exclusive content for 10 weeks. Electronica at Disney California Adventure recreates Flynn's Arcade as a nighttime street celebration. On October 28, 2010, audiences worldwide view 20-plus minutes of the film in IMAX 3D, a strategy borrowed from Avatar. Forbes notes, Disney is not hesitating to promote one of its most eagerly awaited films of the season. Tron Legacy opens December 17, 2010, with $43.6 million domestically. Solid, but not spectacular. The film ultimately grosses $409.9 million worldwide against its $170 million production budget. Using industry calculations, the film needs approximately $600 to $700 million to truly break even. At $409.9 million, it's modestly profitable. but far from the blockbuster Disney engineered it to be. The film earns a 51% Rotten Tomatoes score. Weak character development, overly simple plot, the uncanny valley of CLU's CGI face. Yet audiences are more forgiving. While the film receives mixed reactions, one element achieves universal acclamation: Daft Punk's score. The French electronic duo creates a groundbreaking fusion of electronic music and orchestral grandeur that becomes the film's defining legacy. Ask most fans what they remember about Tron for Legacy today, and they'll probably hum a Daft Punk riff before recalling the plot. The soundtrack opens the door for experimental, electronic-driven scores in blockbuster filmmaking. Man of Steel, Stranger Things, the lineage is direct. October 2010, 2 months before Tron Legacy even hits theaters, Disney puts a sequel into development. By March 2015, they officially greenlight Tron 3, Tron Ascension. Kaczynski returns, Hedlund returns, Wild returns. Production scheduled for October 2015. Then, Disney pulls the plug. May 2015. The reason? Tomorrowland bombs at the box office with only $209.2 million against a $190 million budget. Coming after John Carter and The Lone Ranger, Disney's leadership grows gun-shy about expensive, non-franchise sci-fi. Garrett Hedlund explains, "We were greenlit and ready to go, and then they had troubles with how Tomorrowland did. And I think they asked them to give them like 100 reasons why they should do Tron 3. By 2015, Disney's priorities have fundamentally shifted. 2009, they purchased Marvel. 2012, they acquired Lucasfilm. Joseph Kaczynski reflects, "When I made Tron Legacy, they didn't own Marvel, they didn't own Star Wars. We were the play for fantasy and science fiction. And once you've got those other things under your umbrella, it makes sense that you're going to put your money into a known property and not the weird art student with black fingernails in the corner. That was Tron. And that's okay." The journey from 2008 test footage to 2010 release illustrates how Disney's risk calculus evolved in real time. What began as a bold bet on a first-time director became, by 2015, too risky compared to guaranteed Marvel and Star Wars returns. The production's technical struggles foreshadowed the film's thematic core, the difficulty of recreating something that once existed, the imperfection inherent in digital reproduction, the gap between aspiration and execution. The marketing campaign's success paradoxically hurt the film's legacy. By setting expectations so high, Disney guaranteed that anything less than Avatar-level returns would feel like failure, even when the film turned a profit. Tron Legacy succeeded at everything except being the blockbuster Disney demanded it be. And in that gap between artistic achievement and commercial expectation, the franchise died. Disney built the grid but couldn't control it. A film designed as franchise launch became a cult classic. A modest profit became a cautionary tale. The soundtrack outlived the movie. The film's ultimate paradox is that it achieved cultural longevity through commercial disappointment. Had it grossed $700 million and spawned immediate sequels, Tron Legacy might have become just another forgettable franchise entry. Instead, it created a far more interesting legacy, a film that exists in the liminal space between mainstream success and underground adoration. Remembered less for its box office than for its style, its score, and the passionate community that kept demanding Disney return to the grid. Disney finally answers that call in 2025 with Tron Heiress, and promptly loses $132.7 million, proving that sometimes the cult classic should remain exactly that. What if the most successful franchise is the one that never becomes a franchise at all?